Welcome, everyone, to the City of Middletown Planning Board, August the 2nd, 2023 meeting. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Just a little housekeeping before we begin. Absent this evening is Planning Board member Dan Higbee. Also present this evening is Theron Adkins, our fire inspector, Sexto Martinez, our building inspector, and Corporation Counsel Alex Smith. All right. We'll proceed with the agenda. Approval of July 5th, 2023 minutes that will not take place this evening. We didn't get a chance to fully transcribe them and to record them and review them. Next on the agenda, 33 Fulton Street, site plan amendment. Anyone here representing 33 Fulton Street? 33 Fulton Street?
No, you're North Street. That's Mr. Days. That's Days Coffee.
Okay. All right, so we'll hold that and move on to the next, to 28 North Street, eating and drinking establishment.
And just let me say for the record that I cannot participate in this because my wife is one of the owners of the building, so you need legal counsel, just have to come later.
Your name for the record, sir?
Hi, my name is Rakesh Nayak.
Okay. And what do you plan on doing?
So I'm planning on doing a bakery cafe, starting with all the bakery product with like croissants, pastries, and cakes and coffee.
Okay, thank you. Just for the record, also Miss Tu is not here this evening. She is away, but we do have all the mailings. They have been submitted. Ms. Hanson, do we have any communications?
We have no communications this evening.
Anything in writing? Ms. Hanson, did we receive anything in writing?
No.
Thank you. I'm going to open the public hearing. Anyone present wishing to speak on this application, please step forward. I'll go to the board for any questions, comments, or concerns. All right, sir, just to make sure, when I get ready to read the resolution, you have hours of operation 7 days a week, 5 a.m. to 9 p.m. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. You're going to be considered an eating and drinking establishment because you're going to be baking on premise. Are there any plans for alcohol?
So no hard liquor. When we starting, probably no liquor as well, but eventually when we start to do a breakfast and lunch, probably we will go for a beer and wine liquor, but at start, no. Eventually, yes.
When you plan on doing that, you'll have to come back to the planning board to get that approval so that you can submit your paperwork to the State Liquor Authority. We don't control the license. We only control the approval.
Approvals.
And they look for the approval so they can follow through on their licensing.
I think at this time, probably no. If in future, if I have to come, I'll come back later.
That's fine. You can do it that way.
Yes, sir.
I just have to ask.
Sure.
Any questions, board members? Okay. I go back to the public one more time. Anyone wishing to speak on this application, please step forward. Yes, sir.
Question.
Please step to the mic, please, sir.
I'm the pastor on 36 North Street, and we have a church there,
Could you have your name, please, sir?
Bishop Robert Smith.
Thank you.
And just a question, I know that you have to be 200 and so many feet from a church to sell liquor, are to give liquor. And so I would just question, because I'm hearing that.
Correct. The only thing he could ever apply for would be a beer and wine.
Okay,
No alcohol, no liquor.
all right, thank you.
He would not be allowed because of the reason you stated, within 200 feet of a church.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, anyone else from the public wishing to speak? I'm going to close the public hearing. I'll go back to the board one more time for any questions, comments, or concerns. Okay, I'm going to try to put this in a resolution for 28 North Street, an eating and drinking establishment, no alcohol. Cafe, bakery, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Hours of operation will be 7 days a week, from 5 a.m. to 9 p.m. All right? You are subject to the City of Middletown DPW and the City of Middletown Fire Department inspections, approvals, and when necessary, approval of the Commissioner of Public Works. The applicant will obtain all necessary permits and follow the permitting process, codes, and ordinances of the City of Middletown, the City of Orange, and the State of New York, if applicable. Basically, you'll also have to go to the county with any kitchen and health reasons, okay? Hours of operation, I believe, I stated already, and you'll be subject to anything that you've applied to in your application. In addition to, if throughout any of the process, this project is deemed to require bulk requirement tables, the applicant will supply said tables to an architect or engineer licensed in the state of New York. Whereas pursuant to City of Middletown Code, Chapter 475, Article 4, Administration and Enforcement, Section 475-53, Paragraph E, Subparagraph 6, unless work is commenced and diligently prosecuted within 6 months and completed within 2 years of the date of the granting of a special use permit, such special use permit shall be null and void. In other words, within 6 months, if you are not up and running, you need to come back to us with a reason so that we can extend your approval. Okay? Whereas this application is located in the DMU zone. Therefore, applicants must submit and receive approval from the Department of Public Works according to Chapter 407, Solid Waste, Article 2, Collection, Section 407-3, Collection, and comply with this section and any other sections enacted by the Common Council from this date forward. Therefore, applicants must receive approval from the Architectural Review Board on all facade work, exterior work in general, and an exterior signage. You have to meet with the Architectural Review Board, all right? Also, therefore, the Planning Board, because you are in the DMU zone, is going to waive all parking regulations. And you are going for an eating and drinking. At this time, no liquor, all right? I need a resolution, I need a motion. Mr. Madden, I need a second. Ms. Houston, discussion, roll call. Mr. Madden?
Yes.
Mr. McCormick?
Yes.
Mr. Brito?
Yes.
Ms. Witt?
Yes.
Ms. Houston?
Yes.
And I vote yes. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, sir. I appreciate it.
Next on the agenda, 32 to 34 North Street, eating and drinking establishment. May I have your name for the record, please, sir?
Yeah, my name is Grant Lee.
And what do you plan on doing, sir?
Now is we doing coffee shop in 28 North Street, but we need more space than we are just moved to the 32, 34. It's the same thing, coffee shop.
Thank you. For the record, Ms. Tu, we have the mailings. Ms. Hanson, do we have anyone on the telephone? Any communication?
We have no communications at this time.
Anything in writing?
None at this time.
Okay, then I'm going to open the public hearing. Anyone present wishing to comment on this application, please step forward. Going to go to the board for any comments, questions, or concerns.
Did you say that you're moving from 28 North Street to this location?
Yes, correct.
I see. Okay. Thank you. That was Diaz Coffee?
Yes.
Okay, thanks.
I don't think I have your hours of operation. Could you let us know that, what they are?
We are now open 8:30 to close the 5. This is weekday, and the weekend is 9 to 6.
I apologize, 8:30,
8:30 to 5.
5 PM.
Yeah.
And what days of the week?
The weekend is 9 a.m. to 6 p.m.
All right, did you get, what days that one?
I heard Monday through Friday, 8:30 to 5, weekends, which I assume means Friday, Saturday, and,
Or Saturday and Sunday?
yeah, we just get that straight with him, you know.
Okay, I'm going to read this back to you just to make sure I have it correct, all right? I have 8:30 a.m. to 5 p.m., Monday through Friday, and I have 9 a.m. to 6 p.m., Saturday and Sunday. Is that correct?
Yes, correct.
Thank you. Any other questions from the board? I'll go back to the public. Anyone wishing to step forward and comment on this application? No? Okay, I'm going to close the public hearing. I'll give the board members one more try.
Will you be serving alcohol?
Definitely no.
Okay.
We hate alcohol.
No alcohol.
Yeah, because the 34 is a neighbor, your church. Definitely, your side.
Okay, thank you. All right, close the public. Yes, Ms. Wett?
There aren't any concerns or anything?
I just had one question.
Sure.
I apologize if this was addressed already. I mean, we went back and forth a couple times because we have a couple different sets of plans.
Okay.
And, the first set of plans said 28 north, and then we said 30, and now we're saying 32. Now we're saying 32. So I just, I want to clarify, you're 32 to 34 is the
Right,
address.
yes, yeah.
Because you have 28 where he's at,
Right. He's
30.
moving. Yeah,
30, which is identical to 32.
okay.
And almost identical floor plan layout. And then when you look at the area of work on his aerial, that's 28.
Okay,
So I just want to make sure
Okay.
we're at 32 to 34 North Street.
yes.
That's,
For the record, they're moving out of 28 and going to 32 to 34.
no, I understand that, but originally I thought they were moving out of 28 and going to 30.
Oh, okay.
So,
All right.
and there was a language barrier and some communication issues, but
Yep.
that's why I just want to clarify, we're going to 32. So.
To Ms. Witt's question, do you have any concerns
Just making
besides
sure
the
we're going
date or besides the address?
Nope.
Okay, that's good. All right, close the public hearing, went to the board. Okay, on the resolution for 32 to 34 North Street, an eating and drinking establishment with no alcohol. Coffee shop, serving coffee, and a bakery. Hours of operation, 8:30 a.m. to 5 p.m., Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. on Saturday and Sunday. This is subject to the City of Middletown DPW and the City of Middletown Fire Department inspections, approvals, and when necessary, approval of the Commissioner of Public Works. The applicant will obtain all necessary permits and follow the permitting process, codes, ordinances of the City of Middletown, the County of Orange, and the State of New York if applicable. Obviously, the County of Orange would be the Department of Health. Also, subject to anything presented to us as far as the application is concerned. In addition, if throughout any of the review process, the project is deemed to require bulk requirement tables, the applicant will supply said tables through an architect or engineer licensed in the state of New York. Whereas pursuant to the City of Middletown Code, Chapter 475, Article 4, Administration and Enforcement, Section 475-53, Paragraph E, Subparagraph 6. Unless work is commenced and diligently prosecuted within 6 months and completed within 2 years of the date of granting a special use permit, such special use permit shall be null and void. In other words, if you are not up and running within 6 months, you'll have to come back to us to extend your approval with a reason, okay? Since you are located in the DMU zone, therefore applicants must submit and receive approval from Department of Public Works according to Chapter 407 Solid Waste, Article 2 Collection, Section 407-3 Collection, and comply with this section and any other sections enacted by the Common Council from this date forward. Therefore, applicants must receive approval from the Architectural Review Board on all facade work, exterior work in general, and exterior signage. I think you've been through this before. You need to meet with the Architectural Review Board. Therefore, and the planning board will waive any parking regulations. This is an eating and drinking establishment only, no liquor. I need a motion. Mr. McCormick, I need a second. Ms. Houston. Discussion? Roll call. Mr. Madden?
Yes.
Mr. McCormick?
Yes.
Mr. Brito?
Yes.
Ms. Witt?
Yes.
Ms. Houston?
Yes.
And I vote yes. Thank you,
Thank
sir.
you. Thank you so much.
Yep. Sorry. Next on the agenda, 26 South Street, grocery store with coffee, tea, snack bar on the street level, and a residential apartment on the top level. 26 South Street. Okay. We'll skip that one and move on to the next one. 102 North Street, furniture store.
Hello,
Good evening, gentlemen. State your name for the record, please.
Jael Savinon, and there's Jonas Savinon.
Great. Just for the, what do you plan on doing in this space?
It's a furniture and mattress store.
Okay,
It's out
thank
to
you.
the public.
For the record, Ms. Tu has the mailings. We're good? God bless you. I'm going to open the public hearing. Ms. Hanson, do we have any communications?
Not at this time.
Anything, anyone on the telephone or in writing? I'm sorry.
Not at this time.
Thank you. We'll open up the public hearing. Anyone present wishing to speak on this application, please step forward. Okay. I'll go to the board for any questions, comments, or concerns.
Just a quick question. Approximately how many deliveries per day and per week will you have with big trucks?
¿Como cuánto delivery por día?
Depende de la venta.
I mean, it varies, but we don't have a big truck. We use a minivan to make deliveries, so we don't drive around, in a big truck.
Okay, so you have a loading area, right?
In the back of the building.
Okay, so no, I was just concerned about blocking
Oh,
traffic.
no, there's-
Okay, thank you.
Anyone else? Yes, Ms. Witt.
Your hours of operation, what will they be?
Monday through Saturday, 10 in the morning to 7 p.m. and 11 to 4 on Sundays. 11 to 4 on Sundays? Yes.
Was that 11 to 4 Saturday and Sunday?
Not just Sundays.
Just Sunday?
Yeah, 10 to 7, Monday through Saturday, 11 to 4 on Sunday.
Okay. Thank you. All right. I'll go back to the public hearing. Anyone present wishing to speak on 102 North Street, please step forward. Step over to the mic, please, sir. Yes, please.
20 South Street?
26 South Street?
Yeah, 26 South Street.
All right, do me a favor, sir. Take a seat, and we'll get back to you.
Okay, sorry.
All right. All right, back to public hearing. Anyone present wishing to speak on 102 North Street? Okay, then I'm going to close the public hearing. Back to the board one more time for any comments, concerns, or questions.
The back parking lot, is that just for delivery, just for you guys to use for loading and unloading, or is it for customers as well?
Esa es por la parte de atrás, para los clientes o para nada más para delivery.
Para delivery.
Deliveries only.
No.
So I think that park, it's for like a whole 3 commercial spaces, not just for the one we're trying to get.
Yes, there's a municipal lot right across the street there. Yep, we'll waive parking regardless. Okay. Anything else? Yes, Ms. Witt?
Mr. Atkins, anything?
No, I think we're pretty good. You're going in the center, center space, correct?
Yeah, because there's
Yeah.
3, there's one, the small one in the center, yes.
We're good. That building's good. All new sprinkler and fire alarms. Thank you.
These spaces are pre-set up. They're just coming back to us now for approval on each space. Okay. That being said, on the resolution for 102 North Street, furniture store. Will be subject to the City of Middletown DPW and the City of Middletown Fire Department inspections. Approvals and when necessary, approval of the Commissioner of Public Works. The applicant will obtain all necessary permits and follow the permitting process, codes and ordinances of the City of Middletown, the County of Orange, and the State of New York if applicable. Anything as far as within your application will become part of this resolution, and your hours of operation will be 10 a.m. to 7 p.m. Monday through Saturday, 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. on Sunday. In addition, if throughout any of the review process, the project is deemed to require bulk requirement tables, the applicant will supply said tables through an architect or engineer licensed in the State of New York. Whereas pursuant to the City Middletown Code, Chapter 475, Article 4, Administration and Enforcement, Section 475-53, Paragraph E, Subparagraph 6, unless work is commenced and diligently prosecuted within 6 months and completed within 2 years of the date of the granting of special use permit, such special use permit shall be null and void. If you're not up and running within 6 months, you'll have to come back to us and extend your approval with a reason, okay? Since you are located in the DMU zone, therefore, applicants must submit and receive approval from the Department of Public Works according to Chapter 407 Solid Waste, Article 2 Collection, Section 407-3 Collection, and comply with this section and any other sections enacted by the Common Council from this date forward. Therefore, applicants must receive approval from the Architectural Review Board on all facade work, exterior work in general, and your exterior signage. Okay? And therefore, the planning board will waive parking regulations. I need a motion. Ms. Houston, second. Mr. Brito, discussion? Roll call. Mr. Madden?
Yes.
Mr. McCormick?
Yes.
Mr. Brito?
Yes.
Ms. Witt?
Yes.
Ms. Houston?
Yes.
And I vote yes. Thank you, gentlemen.
Thank you.
Okay, we're going to make another call for 33 Fulton Street. Okay. And 26 South Street. Please step to the microphone, sir. Yes, please. State your name for the record.
Oh, I'm coming here on behalf of Amy Xie. Here's a statement from Amy. Can I start?
Sure.
Yeah. Good evening, everyone. I would like to open a store at 20 South Street, selling snacks from Taiwan and Japan, and a small snack bar where customers can enjoy coffee, tea, and homemade cookies. The store will be at first floor, and the second floor will be used as storage spaces and my private office. There's some more information on this. The first one is the operating time will be from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m., Sunday to Monday. Secondly, there are 4 private parking lots at the backyard. 3 of them will be used for customers. Thirdly, this small snack bar will be equipped with a home-size oven, serving tea and coffee from Taiwan. No alcohol serving. Yeah, this is a brief statement from Amy Xie.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, just so everyone knows for the record, we do have the mailings. Everything is in place. And Ms. Hanson, do we have anything on anybody on the telephone or in writing?
We do not.
Thank you. So I can open the public hearing, and anyone here wishing to address this application, please step forward. Okay, I'll go to the board for any comments, questions, or concerns. Mr. Madden?
So the second floor of this building is going to be commercial use only, apartment, or not, is not a residential apartment?
No.
The applicant actually changed their mind.
Yeah, it will be used as an office and a storage space.
Thank you.
Yeah, sir. Thank you.
I need just a clarification on the hours. I heard Sunday through Monday, is that?
Yeah.
So, is that 2 days a week you're going to be open, or is that 7 days a week?
Sunday to Monday means Saturday off.
Saturday off,
Yeah.
but you'll be open Monday through Friday?
Sunday to Monday.
Okay, no, I just want to make sure. Is she going to be open during the week? Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday?
Yes.
Okay.
And Sunday, plus Sunday, weekend, one weekend day. Yeah.
Okay, and she'll be closed on Saturdays?
Saturday, yes.
Okay,
Saturday.
so that's Monday through Friday, closed Saturday, so actually it's Sunday through Friday. Okay, sorry, I'm just trying to straighten it out. Sunday through Friday, closed Saturdays,
Yeah.
okay?
Time,
And to
9 a.m. to 6 p.m., he gave me that, yep,
every day?
every day.
uh,
Every
yeah,
day the
yeah,
same
every day
time?
the same time from
Same
9
time.
to 6.
Okay.
Yes. Yes.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay, that's good. Any more questions from the board? Parking's not an issue, really. It's the DMU, we're going to waive parking. Anyone else in the public wishing to step forward and speak on this application? Okay,
Are they gonna have people eating there? Or are they just gonna buy snacks and go out?
from what I understand, it's a snack bar.
What does that mean, though? Is it an eating and drinking establishment, or what? Is it a deli, or? I think you better get that straight.
There's a special oven that she's cooking with? Is that what I
The
heard?
home size, the same
home
as home,
size.
yeah, as home use. Yeah,
Okay.
the same size.
Okay.
Well, is it gonna be seating for people to eat and drink in this place, or is it takeout?
Yeah, there will be, I think there will be some seats and small tables, just, yeah.
So you're not asking for approval of a store to sell food, you're asking for an eating and drinking establishment?
Oh, that's a good question.
Yeah, that's really
So-
what it becomes.
Yeah.
It doesn't hurt her to
No,
become
I
an eating
mean,
and drinking
but-
establishment.
How many seats are there gonna be for people to eat?
I don't know exactly, but if you, I don't think Amy planned that well yet. Yeah, because she didn't study yet. Yeah,
Well, I think you're gonna have to provide the board with that information. We need to know how many occupants there's gonna be.
can I?
Room for.
Can I call
I mean,
her
are there
now?
gonna be 10 chairs, 30 chairs, tables?
Do you need to contact,
Yeah, can I contact him now?
The site plan has 2 tables on it.
Okay.
One thing that I'm concerned about, there's a handicap accessible ramp. However, the entry to the main part of the building has a large drop, which will have to be addressed for handicap accessibility.
That's fine.
Also, the bathroom is large enough to be handicap accessible, but does not have any grab bars, which will have to be installed.
Okay, yeah, well, yeah, I think she'll do that part,
Okay.
yeah.
well, just as a note, that's why we always put in our resolution, DPW inspection, Middletown Fire Department inspection. You
Yeah.
can get approval, but you'll still have to follow the codes and ordinances of the city of Middletown,
Yes, sir.
regardless of what we approve.
Yes, sir.
So even if we approved an eating and drinking establishment, the number of tables or people would be determined by
Fire Department,
fire department anyway.
correct.
So it doesn't matter what number he gave us, we're telling him the number.
Technically, I mean, they could put 30 tables and chairs in there. No,
But then they're on with tell not to.
yeah. It would eventually be vetted out when the inspector goes there to get their CO, when they get their final approval.
I guess that was my point, that it wouldn't preclude me or it wouldn't preclude me from not voting for it to be an eating and drinking establishment since the number is going to be established by them.
Correct.
And
I understand what you're saying, correct. Yes, I agree. Yes, Mr. Madden.
And eating and drinking establishment is going to require him to get permissions and permits from the Department of Health in Orange County.
And that's why we always add the County of Orange in there, Department of Health, no matter if
But if
one of our gentlemen
he-
shows up there and there's a kitchen there, Department of Health gets involved.
There's a kitchen on the plans.
Yes, there is.
But it's listed as a grocery store, so do we have to change that when we make the okay.
I think that's what Mr. Smith is referring to. We have to define it.
Yeah.
It's not a grocery store. It's not really a mini bar, it's a snack bar, and it's a place where it's an eating and drinking establishment that is going to be serving, and from the application, it does have grocery store, but it says homemade cookies, coffee, and tea, and special goods. So we need to find out for a fact whether you're going to have a store to sell goods or just to have an eating and drinking establishment.
Or a combination. Or both, yeah.
Okay.
We need to know. You don't seem to be certain.
Sorry?
You don't seem to be sure of what it is.
No, I'm not sure. I need to contact her. Yeah, I assume she already had a plan submitted, but I don't know. It's not. She didn't tell me about this
Okay.
specifically. Yeah.
So let me ask you this. If we put it before the board as an eating and drinking establishment with a grocery store, and they vote on it, and that's what she does. She decides not to do a grocery store, she's still okay.
I think so. Yeah.
So, I mean, I'm willing to present it that way to the board. And then the DPW and our fire department determine exactly what happens,
and Orange County Department of Health, right?
if necessary, right? And they'll be alerted by our code enforcement that if the kitchen shows up, this is what has to be done. Is everyone comfortable with that?
No alcohol, you said, right?
No.
Okay.
No at all.
And just for the record, what is your name?
My name is Hugo.
Hugo?
Peng. Yeah.
Okay, Hugo what? I'm sorry.
Peng.
Okay, thank you.
So I'm kind of going to follow the application, the way it was written, the way it was given to us, and that's what we'll be voting on. Okay, except for whatever changes in hours we have, okay? All right, close the public hearing. Gave the board a chance, ready for a resolution. Okay? There was one more question, I'm sorry, I apologize. The basement, you have anything to do with the basement in this building? She says she has no plans for the basement.
No. Not yet. At least for now.
Pardon me?
It's currently offices.
Currently offices. I don't think she plans on doing anything with it at the moment. She would have to come back and for those approvals for that, just like any other tenant. Okay, bear with me. Okay. On the resolution for 26 South Street, which is going to become a grocery store with a snack bar serving homemade cookies, coffee, and tea. Also provides special goods from Taiwan. Hours of operation will be from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m., Sunday through Friday, closed Saturdays. This becomes an eating and drinking establishment somewhat, and be no alcohol served. The basement area is not in use at this time. If any tenants are planned, they need to come back for approval to this board. You'll be subject to the City of Middletown DPW and the City of Middletown Fire Department inspections, approvals, and when necessary, the approval of Commissioner of Public Works. The applicant will obtain all necessary permits and follow the permitting process, codes, and ordinances of the City of Middletown, the County of Orange, and the State of New York if applicable. The County of Orange is the Department of Health we're talking about, okay? Also, anything presented to us, either here this evening or in your application, becomes part of the application, or part of the approval. In addition, throughout any of the review process, the project is deemed to require bulk requirement tables. The applicant will supply said tables to an architect or engineer licensed in the state of New York. Whereas pursuant to the City of Middletown Code, Chapter 475, Article 4, Administration and Enforcement, Section 475-53, Paragraph E, Subparagraph 6, unless work is commenced and diligently prosecuted within 6 months and completely within 2 years of the date of the granting of special use permit, such special use permit will be null and void. You'll have to let her know that if she isn't up and running in 6 months, she needs to come back to the board to extend her approval with a reason. Okay?
Okay, sir. Yeah.
Also, because you're in the DMU zone, applicants must submit and receive approval from the Department of Public Works according to Chapter 407 Solid Waste, Article 2 Collection, Section 407-3 Collection, and comply with this section and any other sections enacted by the Common Council from this date forward. Therefore, applicants must receive approval from the Architectural Review Board on all facade work, exterior work in general, and exterior signage. Any signs she plans on putting up, she needs to go before the Architectural Review Board for approval. Therefore, because you're in the DMU zone, the planning board will waive parking regulations. Did I miss anything?
I think so.
Okay.
Can I add something?
You can ask, sure.
Yeah, because I just got feedback from her. So there'll be 2 tables.
Okay.
Yeah, 2 tables. Each table with 4 seats, totally 8
Okay.
seats.
This approval is contingent upon the Middletown Fire Department's inspection,
Okay.
which will fully determine the occupancy of your building.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah.
Discussion? Roll call. Mr. Madden?
Yes.
Mr. Brito?
Got it.
Yeah, no.
We need
Mr.
a,
Go ahead, yes or no?
yes, but don't we need a motion? Don't we need a motion?
Mr.
first?
McCormick,
I'm
sorry. I got a second, did I get a motion?
You didn't get either.
I apologize.
It's okay.
Motion, Mr., how about this? Motion, Mr. Madden, second, Mr. Brito.
You got it.
Discussion?
Nope.
Roll call.
Yes.
Mr. Madden?
Yes.
Mr. McCormick?
Yes.
Mr. Brito?
Yes.
Ms. Witt?
Yes.
Ms. Houston?
Yes.
And I vote yes. Good luck. I'm glad I got that one through.
Thank you.
All right, one more call for 33 Fulton Street. Okay, 3 calls. Need a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
So moved. Unanimous. Thank you. Thank you all.